Hi everyone, it's Shamila again here. I can't believe that we are already in June and it's time for another design project by Celebr8 or from Celebr8. And I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to play again with a lovely collection that has some amazing ephemera, lovely masculine papers, and of course June is traditionally Father's Month, so most ranges would come out with something especially for the dads out there. Let me show you what I've done. I've created a little bag which can easily be converted into a backpack. I just didn't have enough time to complete it, but if you put, maybe just to make sure I'm in shot, if you add 2 straps to the back there, it would easily become a backpack. Okay, now the tags on the front as well as the chain is part of the range. The tags come in the ephemera sheet, and then if you buy the bulk pack you would get the little chains, etc., and these little buttons and stuff in there. So I really like this, the word authentic. There we go. Let's see if I can bring it up, and I add some brads there. I just like the way that looked. And then if I, let me see, there we go. Sorry, I'm struggling to do this today, I don't know why. I created a little cluster of embellishments here, and it's got some dimension. I really like using clocks, keys and gears on my projects, especially if it's for a man. And these little flaps, of course, they shut with magnet. So let me open it for you. You can see it's a 6-page album, and this is a ready-to-go template, so I didn't take hours to prep. The pocket here is part of the ephemera pack, or the ephemera sheet I should say, and what I did was I made a little cut into the jeans and I added a tag in there. And if you're gifting this to a young man and you wanted to add some money, you could roll up a couple of hundred notes and put it in there. And then why I like doing this also is I didn't stick the whole pocket down completely. I left it open so I could add some photo mats to it, and this way you can actually see the background paper, and you can add double the amount of photos on your photo mats instead of sticking it down 100%. And then on this side I kept it really simple because I loved that little layout there. The artwork was lovely, so I'll just stick a photograph there and maybe add some journaling directly onto the page. And then if you watched last month's video, I mentioned that Kathy Orter has a signature style where she physically cuts into the designer paper, and that's what I did here. And the reason why I like it is because you can enjoy the entire sheet of paper. You're not sticking stuff down and covering your clock. And I know a lot of you don't like double-sided paper because you're covering some part of it. And I created 2 photo mats, and that's just with the cut-off strip there, just to give it some extra interest. And then this page I kept really simple, just the paper and the quote, being a male is a matter of birth, being a man is a matter of choice. And I really liked that quote, so I used it there. And then on this side I created a little pocket. Now this album has got a 1/4-inch spine, so you can't really create too much of bulk in between, otherwise it's going to gape. But I've got 3 photo mats which I staggered, and you can add a photograph on both sides. They should still fit comfortably, and these little tabs come from the ephemera sheet. In this one I've got another pocket here, and in here I've created a little booklet, also with a quote: a man's got to have a code, a creed to live by, no matter his job. And I thought that was quite nice. And then at the back I've got another cutout there. and it fits quite nicely into that pocket. And over here I just used a strip of paper. I didn't fill up the whole area. If you look in there, you can still see the black. That must have been one of my pieces that I had left over. You all know that I don't like any wastage. For example, this sheet, am I in shot? Yes. This page, off cut, in strip, off cut. And then over here we have a belly band. The arrow comes from the chipboard embellishments. That's also part of the cutout. And then this page was actually upside down, so, and I really didn't want to cut up another sheet of paper just for that little piece, so I decided to use it upside down, draw attention to the word fun times, and I added a love there to camouflage the fact that it's upside down, and I'm hoping that no one's going to notice. And of course the focus is on the photographs, so we've got a little booklet here with place for 4 photographs there, and it fits nicely into your belly band. And then this one also I kept very simple. I just added one of the cutouts of the what do you call the stuff, not the perspex, the acetate sheets, and then I'm just going to stick a photograph there and keep it very simple. Here's another page where I actually cut into the design. You know, I really enjoy clocks, so I love clocks and I love tags and I love gear, so I really didn't want to cover this up, but this was also a piece left over from another sheet that I had cut, so I essentially just joined the 2 sheets to different cardstocks, and if you leave a little margin, the eye is very forgiving. You can't even notice it, people won't really notice. And then I just stamped one of my rubber stamps on here that says remember this, and I thought I will never forget this memory. Is very appropriate, it fits with that I'll never forget this, and a photo mat. And this was probably also one of my bits that I had left over. And then on this side, I really like this paper. Oh my gosh, I think I like them all. I decided to do a cut into this paper to create a different kind of pocket. So we've got a little triangular pocket here, and I've got 2 photo mats that fits just really nicely in there. And then here I decided to do just something different, a little waterfall feature. So are we in shot? Yes. And also very simple, focusing on the photographs, just using the cut-off strips. And this is also, yeah, now here you'll see that I had a piece of square left, so I cut it into a triangle. I used 1 piece here and I used 1 piece on that side, so I just used the opposites. And then just to make it a little bit different, I added the number 44, not sticking it down completely, just using it like that, so I can put a photo mat in there. So basically you can stick a photograph directly on and then have another one on top. And then over here a smaller picture, and I just added some of the quotes there. And believe it or not, this is from my packaging, which I didn't want to chuck. I thought the brown went really well with that. You might not like it, but I just thought that would make a nice photo mat, and once your photograph's on there, you're not even going to see that brown. And that's it. So oh, let me show you the back. I've got another piece of the acetate here that says authentic genuine, and I just cut the, let me see if I can bring it up. I cut the acetate out, and how I stuck this is with glossy accents. And what I did was I put the glossy accents behind the white areas, the bigger areas, and not a lot, just a very tiny amount, because it does squish out when you stick it down. So it's not 100% stuck down, but it worked really well. So you know, for those of you who's looking for a way to stick your acetate down, just hide the glue behind the lettering. That's what I did. And that's it from me this month. I hope you enjoyed paging through my project as much as I enjoyed creating this one. This is a kit, ready form kit from iCraft. If you are interested in obtaining the blank kit from me, you can get hold of me. I'm on Facebook and on Instagram, or you can contact me on my mobile number. It is listed on the Kanya Crafts page on Facebook. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, see you in cyberspace. Bye now.